chance of doing this. I mean, they've done it before, the reverse sweep. Right now, though, SBTC Esports, I am so scared of them. Minas, Minas leading the charge, definitely scary. And we saw the tone that SBTC Esports wanted to set by putting Minas in right away. I thought that was just basically like SBTC Esports saying, no, we're going for that championship. Sure, you can have game one. Sure, you can play around a little bit. But with Minas over here, this
No
is basically
games.
ours.
Then they're not playing any games at all. And keep in mind, this is match point here for SBTC. If they win this, if they secure the championship with this, Minas would have only lost one game in his entire playoff run.
My goodness.
It's really insane. This man is popping off. And look at that. Oh my goodness. In match point, he gets the Camille again.
I think that is just absolutely scary. And the fact that, again, Riven is open for the taking. Will Team Secret give the Riven away to TF once more after his amazing performance? Team Secret placing a lot of importance towards the double poke comp. And now they must have the Gragas. They need a big disengage because SBTC, if they get Riven Gragas, Riven Galileo, I think that's pretty scary.
This could also be lining up for James to possibly play an Enchanter, Nami as well as Janna. It's not impossible for him to pull it out here. We'll have to see what bot lane picks SBTC up to go for. But if you see these three picks, I feel like this might be when you pull out the Janna here for James. With that in mind though, it's a very scary team comp coming in from SBTC. Now the burden is on Team Secret to play with finesse to keep them at arm's length. If you can't do that, if Camille gets on you, if Riven gets on you, the Galileo flies in, your Ziggs and Varus are just done for, and it's looking like a tall order for Secret here on match points.
Exactly. They need the Janna. They need James as that enchanter.
Well,
remember the double disengage with the Gragas Janna combo that was extremely popular during the Summer Super Cup? But if this gets locked in, the Renekton, meaning either the Gragas can still be towards the Tsuri, but never mind because we already have a Ziggs.
Yep.
It could have been the option of top lane Gragas, but look at SBTC
Maybe
now
Trevor will
hovering
play
and
it.
they lock in. Oh, Julie.
Oh,
That's
boy.
true. You're right. Maybe Trevor.
I really like this draft coming in from SBTC. It tells you one thing. We are gonna go. No more finesse necessary. We are going to dive into your backline. Ezreal's gonna fend for himself. We know Kyrios mechanically insane. He can do that so very well. You know what I'm thinking here, right? It might actually be a Graves top lane, and we might see a Gragas jungle. We'll have to see if that one pans out. It might still be a Graves jungle here for Trevor. A lot of flex options for Team Secret, what we'd like to see from them. But SBTC, yet again, their comp is solid.
Yeah, the fact that they have double globals as well. So if ever Team Secret tries something during the early game, especially level 5, they're definitely going to get outnumbered with the Destiny and as well as the Hero's entrance. So Team Secret has to be wary of their timings.
Yeah, and of course, we have seen Team Secret do the impossible here at the Wild Rift Sea Championships. Right now, though, this is possibly the biggest challenge that they're going to have. If they're gonna pull out any miracles, it has to come out right now as we enter game number 5 between SBTC Esports and Team Secret. This is game number 5. Let's go over to our casters.
Thank you very much, Mika. We're going into game number 5 of SBTC Esports on a roll. 3 games back-to-back and Team Secret backs against the wall. They need to make a miracle run, TJ.
They have a good draft for it. I do like this composition, and they are a team that has done, as Mika was talking about, miracle runs before, granted. Getting into this, I want to pick apart exactly what SBTC have brought to the table first, because I think it's a little more relevant. They need an early game lead.
This may be where they find it. Minas needs to flash away.
It's a little bit the opposite of it. Julie is pressing really aggressive as well, because again, SBTC need an early game lead. The reason for that, they don't have a lot of tanks. They can't really fight without enough damage to dominantly win those late game team fights. And the way you get enough damage to do that is you have a major gold advantage. And the way you get a major gold advantage, granted, is you start the game with some picks. So, SBTC, during this first 10 minutes, are looking to get those gold coins into their bank accounts.
I am looking towards Minas, though, because he's now gone back to the fleet footwork, not going to play for that Grasny and Dying. This is a different take on this matchup up against Azai. And Azai, well, he's been that big carry potential through the playoffs. He's come online during the playoffs. But now in the finals, he really has to step up again, TJ.
Yeah, this needs to be a major performance for Azar, as he's one of the key elements of this Team Secret draft. He's playing the Renekton, a dominant character here at the at the Sea Champs. Summer Super Cup was ages ago, but it's still wired into my brain, granted.
Sure.
But he's playing one of the very important characters for this draft, because they need the frontline tank to set up for the damage they have in Trevor, Tatsuri, and Chewy.
Oh!
And so, Azure finding kills like that with a crazy flash is very important.
Absolutely. Down the bottom end, they're trying to trade back. SBTC will find one, but look at Tatsuri. It's going in aggressively. Gold card comes across the barrier, will block a lot of the damage, giving more auto attacks, flashing forward, looking for the kill. But Julie gets out.
Kiro, 1 HP down bottom as well as TF cleans up the fight in mid. Everybody on SBTC is 1 HP, but none of them die, and so the kills remain dead even at the 2-minute mark.
DJ, my heart is pumping. What a start to this game.
Regaining some of that composure, the Team Secret Gold is in some good positions. Trevor and Azure both want early leads to be that tank and to be the late game scaling. Trevor, of course, we've already seen his performance on a Fed Graves. It's next to none. And Team Secret have that late game pretty much locked down. If they can get to an even late game or an advantaged late game, they will probably win. That's a good place for Team Secret to be. SBTC on the opposite side, though, they need advantages into their key damage dealers early. And cast your eyes over what's going on in TF's bar on the scoreboard. And I don't know, be a little dismayed if you're a Team Secret fan, because he's got a decent amount of gold, and that's a good start for this Riven jungle.
Absolutely. Getting closer to that first item. We see the Destiny Gate come across.
Now, top side in real trouble here.
But it will respond very well. SBTC backs off now.
Destiny Gate was looking for an opportunity. There are two kinds of Twisted Fate ultimates you're going to see this tournament. One of them is what you just saw, which is, hey, I'm casting this ultimate to see if I can get into your lane and get a player advantage, win this side lane 2v2, turn it into a 3v2. The other thing that you're going to see, we saw a decent amount of this from Team Secret during the last game in the late game. Oh, dangerous stuff here.
Julie needs to watch out, but the Ignite coming across is an Ignite Twisted Fate for the solo kill in the mid lane, right as Dragon's about to spawn.
Julie is low, but nobody's in position to clean it up, so yeah, that's a pretty major pickup. The other thing you need to watch out for Julie doing as we get into the late game is using that Twisted Fate ultimate to gain ultimate vision on the map, setting up for SBTC's macro. That's one of their secret weapons. I said that Team Secret have a better late game team fighting composition, but with that Twisted Fate ultimate, SBTC can avoid having to team fight.
Well, they're moving towards the Dragon, and I don't think they can afford to avoid a team fight. If they do choose to continue doing this, Dragon's gonna reset.
Azure's taking Rift Herald, I think, up in the top lane. Or maybe he's just kiting away, setting up vision. I don't know. He was in that pit on ward. So SBTC feel like they're mandated to check it out. And the combination of the poke that Team Secret were throwing down bottom and Azure running into that pit up top forced SBTC away from the Dragon, effectively neutralizing the kill they found in mid, which is a very big win for Team Secret, because remember, all they want to do is extend this game as long as possible, and that little bit of macro they just did exactly that.
They've brought back the Graves here, TJ, but this time in the jungle role. For Trevor, it's a little bit less playmaking potential than we've seen generally from him so far in the series, but putting more expectations on him to provide some of this damage, especially with his Bloodthirster start.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen what Graves does in the hyper late game this tournament and this series, and it works very well in the jungle. That's one of the reasons why I think this game is tied up with the Team Secret colored bow if we get to the very late game.
Well, they're trying to take down this turret, but the minion wave's cleared out. Very good reaction from Tatsuri there.
Yeah, the Mega Inferno Bomb from Tatsuri just deleting all the minions. Don't think there's anything else. Kirol, oh, rooted, but over the wall.
Safe, but that was a close one for Kiro. You need to be a little bit more aware of that. Without his damage source, the Dragon started up by Team Secret.
Yeah, they can do this Dragon because they know Kirol just had to retreat. Here we go.
Fine starts off, explosive cast, knocks them back, but Team Secret unable to finish it off, not with SBTC collapsing in on them.
And SBTC turned the tables, forcing Team Secret off of the Dragon this time. Team Secret, though, are okay with this again, because this poke game favors them. They want this game to keep going.
They get some control, pressure back towards the Dragon now, but Kiros losing a lot of health quickly. He just came back from base.
The pressure to take risks is on SBTC in these situations. Team Secret are comfortable sitting back and watching them squirm.
Ooh! I mean, I think that's just a teaser for what we're expecting, TJ. Piercing arrows from Chewy when they're gonna be critical in this game. If Team Secret's to pull it back, Kill's sent back to base once again.
He's so good on this Varus. Anytime I see Chewy pick up the Varus, I just know we're in for a good time. Do you, at this point in the game, still have the Rift Herald and the Infernal Drake up? All the action has been down here towards the Infernal Drake. That's because the Infernal Drake is the most important objective during the early game of Wild Rift. It's actually incredibly powerful. So you're always going to see teams skirmish over it, fight over it, especially in a game like this where SBTC need extra damage for their late game.
Very good move from Aquino there. Blocking Hermes, making sure that Julie's safe. Dragon once again started up. TF will be joining in now, but Minas is on the other side of the map, TJ.
Oh, missed chain of corruption. That's the ghost sign. Here come SBTC.
They're jumping onto Chewy, but they don't have the damage to finish him off. Kiro's joined into the fight as well, but it's a little bit too late. Look at Julie. He's wrist position, missed position on the other side of the fight. Hermes faces off against the Ignite, taking down low. One more auto attack finds it, and he goes down to the Ignite in the end.
Support for support trade as Team Secret play for their tournament lives. SBTC pushing the wave up top and take a turret in exchange for an evenly traded fight down bottom, and they are going to win the exchange overall, securing themselves the turret and the Infernal Drake. Can Team Secret now contest this Rift Herald?
Team Secret had to hit hard when SBTC was down a member in that previous fight. And while we saw what happened there, Aquino correctly recognized Chewy as someone he needed to disperse from the fight, brought him all the way to the back, and so SBTC were able to make it a pretty even one overall. Now Team Secret, just like you mentioned, TJ, can they contest for this?
Poking around the side, Hamas and Chewy are going to chip away at these HP bars, but they don't have a way to get into the pit, so it's just poke, it's just an attempt for a steal. And they don't get it. SBTC's gold lead during the early game balloons, and it's not just the gold at the top of the screen you have to be worried about. It's also that Infernal Drake adding some damage stats for the rest of this game.
And it's like we mentioned, TJ, the burden to make aggressive moves in the early game lies on SBTC Esports. Team Secret is happy to just allow for this so long as they find things to keep them in the game.
Yeah, the question is just, have Team Secret lost too much? Have SBTC put the nail in the coffin, and Team Secret are going to find themselves asking this, I suspect, for the next 5 minutes or so. As this is going to be a late game, this is going to be one of those Team Secret games where they're left on their back foot defending their Nexus, and if they win a team fight there, and they can win a team fight there, they still have a chance to turn the entire game around.
They've opened up 2 of the side lanes so far, and so it's pretty reasonable to expect Minas to continue to try and build some pressure there. Aquino might get caught out. He's stepping up pretty far forward. Team Secret, Chains of Corruption misses out, so they cannot finish off Aquino. Gold card is ready. They're trying to move in onto Hermes if they can. True Shot Barrage finds a decent amount of damage and taking down the Gragas. Minas is joining as well. They collapse in the mid lane.
A very good play by SBTC, and some poor pathing from Hamas costs him his life, and I think it might cost them the turret, at least most of its HP.
They still have this Ezreal, so it's going to go down pretty quickly, but they've been able to hold on to a pretty good defense. Aquino's coming in from the side. Azar palms the Dominus, holds on to this ultimate, so he gets the health boost, and they're going to be able to get away. Kill nearly goes down.
SBTC generate more gold. Now, 7,000 in the lead over Team Secret at just the 10-minute mark in this game. This is SBTC's game to lose, and were it any team other than Team Secret, I would already be declaring them the champions. Having said that, it is Team Secret. They do turn these games around, and they need to stay alive in this tournament.
And here's my thing, TJ. Because of how late that first dragon was picked up, Team Secret have a very real chance of finding this Elder Drake in the late game, and that could scale them out proportion.
Yeah, the delay on that Elder does help. Here is some positioning. SBTC, of course, don't want to go to the late game. They recognize everything I've just told the audience, and so they would very much like to press their advantage here, end the game before Team Secret have a chance to pull out one of those miracles.
But Julie's a distance away. On the other side of the map, he's not going to be there for SBTC Esports, so they can't quite punish Team Secret just yet, but they're playing towards the Baron, getting some information. Now, no fear from Minas there, TJ. No fear.
Drake is up, Mountain coming in just about 30 seconds. And so Team Secret must pay attention to it. Do they dare team fight? I think not. I think Team Secret ought to be thinking about just pushing in split lanes, trying to find picks on the opposite side of the map. And that seems to be the plan.
Hermes is coming in from the back. Minas needs to watch out for this. The Gragas comes in here with the boys time early on. Needs to commit the explosive cast. Goes across, but it's too late. The hook shot's already out.
This is why you play Camille on the sidelines. And look at SBTC collapsing upon this extension.
They're moving in fast. They've taken down Chewy first. The big marksman gone on the side of Team Secret. TF comes in, gets the third strike. They're knocked up in. And Team Secret, they're held under turret, corralled in.
Watch the inhibitor. Watch the inhibitor in the mid lane. This could be the game. If it goes well for SBTC, this could be the tournament.
They're looking for the pickoff of the Trevor. They can't finish him off yet. The gold card comes in. He's down.
And there goes the inhibitor. There's SBTC setting up to win this game as Team Secret, exactly as we talked about, are now up against their Nexus with nothing to defend it for the remainder of this game, and their only hope lies in a late game miracle team fight as SBTC are determined not to give them that opportunity. They're starting the Baron and there's no jungler up for Team Secret.
Aquino is at the back trying to buy time. Chewy's coming in here. He's looking for this. They're jumping back into the pit. He's got out. And it's Julie that gets the Baron.
SBTC have all the tools they need, all the ingredients to mark themselves as the champions of Southeast Asia. And the only thing they need to do now is walk these Baron-empowered minions down the mid lane and into Team Secret's Nexus.
It's down to this final play. All SBTC Esports have to do, like you mentioned, TJ, walk the minions in, end the game here. They're gonna go down to the bottom side first, setting things up, not looking to play too aggressively, not when they don't have the ultimate up yet.
Secret do have some advantages. They do have some things that have just come online. Charge Blade for Trevor, big amounts of crit. He's gonna hurt team fights. Same story with the Abaddon for Tatsuri and Muramana online for Chewy. If they are going to make a miracle happen, it needs to happen now as everything, all three lanes are crashing simultaneously. Here come SBTC for their crown.
Moving in hard and fast into the base of Team Secret. They've taken down the second inhibitor. Julie's up in the top side, building space for the rest of his team, while looking for that as well.
Pressure in from two waves now as the inhibitors have been blown open. One inhibitor remains, and Team Secret, surely they can't defend this.
The third one in the sights of SBTC. Team Secret doing the best that they can, but they brought in the super minion waves in the mid side with the Nexus been exposed. TJ, this could be it.
This should be it. Here's SBTC auto-attacking the Nexus. The first tag on the championship. The first touch on their trophy.
You have to respond, Team Secret. This is your moment to shine, the play of your lives. You have to block SBTC. Aquino's moved on to the Nexus, brought it down to 2,000. A few more attacks go through it, and SBTC are the champions of the sea.
And just like that, they are the best team in Southeast Asia, the most aggressive team from Vietnam, the team that dominated Vietnamese regional competition, and they earned their title. After not making it to the finals of the Summer Super Cup, they come back swinging in the SCA Championship and convert on a truly spectacular game win.
Flying through the playoffs, SBTC find themselves a spot in the grand finals and will take on Team Secret to win 4-1 in amazing fashion, TJ.
Dominant fashion. That's the trophy they've just earned. SBTC, such a dominant team. They didn't even stumble except for when they faced Team Secret, who put some good words in earlier when they faced, challenged them here in game number 1, but could not withstand the power that Team Secret or that SBTC bring to the early game of every match they play. It's so hard to last till the 10-minute mark against a team of this caliber.
And with that, we have the champions of the Southeast Asia Championship, the winners of this competition that we've gone on for what feels like a really long time, TJ. But for the players, Well, I'm sure they're super excited here. SBTC gave us a masterful showing on their understanding of Wild Rift.
And if you are looking at this tournament, if you are looking at this competition as a global team going to the Horizon Cup, you'd better be watching SBTC, because I will stake my money on it. There's no shame losing here, Team Secret, because you've just lost to the best team in the world.
Well, to break down that series and give us a recap on how things have gone throughout the SEA Championship, is going to hand it over to the analyst desk, Mika, and the rest to break this one down.
Thank you so much, casters. And yes, SBTC Esports are your Wild Rift SEA champions. They are the kings of Southeast Asia. And by now, there is no doubt indeed. We saw this team from the very beginning of the summer season. They look really, really good. We saw them improve all throughout the fall season. And now, taking the SEA Championship, there is no doubt indeed. These are your kings of Southeast Asia. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, because we have some amazing stats coming in. And Omo, I think, just by the draft alone, we kind of knew where this was swinging.
We really did. We see the proficiency of SBTC on multiple types of team compositions. They can play the all-in team comps with the Kai'Sa. They can play the front-to-back poke with Ezreal Ziggs. They can play the globals. They play Camille Twisted Fate. They play the map so well. They play the team fight so well. Laning phase is amazing. Mid-game is great. What can this team not do? SBTC, I think it's well-deserved